mentioned at the end of my winter snow report that I'd like to continue doing them throughout the summer as more of a summer alpine conditions report, and I've been stuck away from the Alps for a bit longer than expected now, so I haven't been able to actually get up there and do any first-hand reporting, but I have been keeping tabs on everything from afar through my friends' social media profiles, etc. But the big take-home message so far is that it's still really snowy up high. It's been a pretty cold and wet spring, which has been, of course, great for skiing, but has delayed the start to the summer alpine climbing season, of course. I myself had a great time back in April and early May skiing, and those conditions have continued pretty much all the time I've been away. I've missed some absolutely cracking conditions for skiing. People have been lapping the Mallory Porter as if it was just some inbound zip line, not probably the most extreme lift access ski descent in the world. So yeah, it's been pretty phenomenal for steep and extreme skiing throughout May and even into early June. But yeah, obviously it's been a slow start to the alpine climbing season as a consequence. But all this snow is, of course, a good thing. There's far more snow than you expect up in the high mountains at this time of year, given how dry a winter it was. So if you did come out in the middle of winter, you're probably expecting it to be a pretty dry, pretty lean alpine summer, but actually the spring's almost made up for it. So yeah, conditions on the glaciers and the high mountains are great. Lots of snow cover. So crevasses are all well filled in, berg runs are filled in, the mountains are still held together, the permafrost is there, so yeah, it's all good news, even though it means that there's less rock climbing available at the moment. It's been a very busy spring season for Mont Blanc. Every time there's been a weather window, hundreds and hundreds of people have been up skiing the 12 months route and the Grand Relais route. Indeed, some people have been doing it on foot as well, but it's definitely been much better to be on skis this year. So yeah, again, conditions are great. Hopefully many of you will have seen my video from back at the start of May. But yeah, conditions just got better and better since then, of course. And it's not just the classics, the 12 months and the Grand Relais which have seen action. The big west face has seen a lot of action as well. It's probably the biggest continuous face you can ski in Europe. It's absolutely huge, and yeah, people have been skiing some of the lines there that very rarely get skied. And Ross Hewitt and friends even put a first ski descent down one of the more remote and extreme faces into Italy as well. So yeah, it's been really good for skiing Mont Blanc so far this year. Up until now, pretty much the name of the game has been approaching on skis. You want to do any kind of alpine climbing, except for the most accessible classics that are really close to the lifts. So Cosmic Arete, Lawrence, etc. They've had a boot pack in. So if you are breaking trail, it may be pretty deep snow to get there, but people have been doing those on foot every day pretty much. Same on the Italian side, the Entreves and the Marbres, they've got a boot pack up to them, so you can approach on foot, but pretty much beyond that, up until now, you've been needing skis to get around basically. But it's slowly starting to change, and the weather over the last few days has been better, so you've had warmer weather in the day, clear skies at night, so the snow is melting and refreezing, so it's much easier to get around on foot now. But still, if there has been a big dump of snow recently, you might still need skis to get around. And it's not just the high mountains which still got lots of snow, even at mid-mountain now, so above about 2,200 metres there is still a reasonable amount of snow cover. So that, of course, that affects the approaches for a lot of the mid-mountain rock climbs as well. So as of yet, very little has been getting done above the Plan de la Guy and even in the Aiguille Rouge in terms of rock climbing. Now, partly no one's been climbing the Aiguille Rouge because the lifts have been closed. I think Brevant reopens this weekend, the 15th. Flagere might have opened a few days ago, so activity should slowly start to pick up there. But again, the approaches are still very much covered in snow, so even if you are just going off to do an easy sport route, you're going to need acting crampons potentially to get there. And that's for just hiking in general too. Above mid-mountain, it's still quite snowy, so the Grand Balkan routes, for example, have still got a lot of snow, so don't expect to be able to get around easily on mid-mountain. And if you are thinking of doing something like the Tour de Mont Blanc, all the high passes are still very snow covered as well. So people have been doing them, especially guided parties have been getting past, but yeah, you're going to need to be fully equipped if you are doing the Tour de Mont Blanc, or if you're just thinking of going for a walk along the Grand Balkan Sud or Nord, you might need snowshoes. You're definitely going to need some kind of crampons and axe to get around. Lac Blanc and probably Lac Bleu as well are still completely covered in snow, and indeed some of the small lakes as well. The Chesserie Lakes probably still covered in snow as well. So yeah, it's still too early season to be going hiking up to lakes really. It's still covered in snow. There's no lakes to be found up there. Another news, I believe the outdoor swimming pool in Chamonix opens this weekend, the 15th of June. So it's one of the most spectacular open air swimming pools anywhere in the world. It's a 50-metre pool, 4 or 5 lanes wide I think. And yeah, it has views of Mont Blanc and the Chamonix Aiguille. It's just absolutely spectacular. So if you are in town on a sunny day, or even on a rainy day, but it's warm enough now to be swimming outdoors in the outdoor pool, getting your lengths in with that absolutely spectacular backdrop as well. So yeah, so that's it. Just a quick little update for now. Hope hopefully in a few days I'll finally make it back to the Alps, and then maybe in a week or so's time I'll give you a proper conditions update from up in the mountains. But for now, I thought I'd kick off my conditions report from afar, and remember, these won't be weekly reports like they were in winter. It'll just be as and when, ad hoc, when conditions require and I've got something to say. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to keep you all informed on what the conditions are like up in the mountains, and yeah, so you can all stay safe and have fun up there. But yeah, till next time.